and I brought my good friend Kevin over from Contagion. We were just over at the gym hanging out, talking about how amazing he is and, you know, all the cool stuff he's doing in Amarillo, from helping people on their journeys, because, you know, he helped me. Even though I was a hot mess, I'm getting better. Things are working out. I've learned what a lunge is, so we're good.
Right.
So he's teaching me about my health journey and helping me get where I want to be, and I'm going to teach him how to make some pasta. So one of your favorites, you had it the night you came here and celebrated your grand opening, and so it's a meat lover's pasta. That night you brought your beautiful wife, Rachel, all of your friends, all the doctors, everybody from the gym. We had a great night.
It was fun.
It was so much fun. We may have ate too much bread, but that's okay. That's all it's about. So we're gonna go back in the kitchen and whip out some pasta. And two, we wanna remind everybody on Saturday about the expo at your place, that you're bringing all the vendors, bringing the community together. And what's that date?
September 26th.
September 26th, 9 a.m.
It's free.
Okay. And everybody should go.
Yes.
You're going to be there. There's going to be lots of information, lots of things to learn, lots of people.
So the CrossFit places, health food places, anything and everything having to do with fitness.
Perfect. And also some food trucks.
That's right.
Yeah.
You have to have food.
I know, because we got to eat, right? Because food is what?
Food is life.
And cheese is what?
Love.
Woo! Got it. Let's go to the kitchen and create some stuff. Okay guys, wish me luck, because I'm not really sure how this dude cooks, because I know his amazing wife Rachel cooks for him all the time. And so, but this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna make some meat lover pasta. So Kevin's gonna do it, I'm gonna tell him what to do, and this is gonna be amazing because, you know, I mean, it's Mascaras and I'm Tonya. Why wouldn't it be, right? We always start out with our hot skillet. Kevin, give you a little shake there. Oh, look at him. Oh, we got some skills. Are we gonna make fire? All right, so then when we have our butter, we're also gonna add some garlic in. So you do about a pinch of garlic. You're just gonna put it right there in the pan. And then let's give it a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper. Shake it up really good, but don't throw it out of the pan. Every now and then I shake too hard. Oh my God, you got some skill. I love it. Heck yeah. Okay, nobody can know. All right, so as our butter's melting down, let's go ahead and let's put your meats in. What are you gonna put in? We have our pepperoni, our ground Italian sausage, hamburger. Well, yeah, this isn't what's in a typical dish, but you're kind of a big guy, so you get extra. Put it all in there and shake it all up.
Shake it.
Yeah, look at that. So this is the meat lover pasta, so give it a little shake, let it saute a little bit. Looky there. Kevin, you're a pro. You need a part-time job? Hey,
I do, actually.
Look, what's going on? All right, so now we're gonna get a ladle of the marinara. Oh yeah, see, there you go, it's all right. I've spilt a noodle or two. Yeah, let that sizzle up. Go ahead and, why don't you do about another half. That should, just a half, just a little bit, not a lot. We just put a lot of meat, there you go. All right, so we're gonna let that come to a simmer, continuing to let it sizzle up. So this is one of Kevin's dishes that he likes, but like Ian and Dave, they love what's their favorite?
Chicken Parmesan.
Chicken Parmesan. Yeah. Also, this is stanza.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So these big old guys come in the restaurant one night and they message me back and they're like, what is this? This is like football size because it's a stanza. I'm like, hey, it's huge. Texas and it's Mascaras. We do everything big. So that's just what it is. And also the bread.
Yes. Oh my God.
So yeah. So we love having carbs on our cheat day.
That's right.
So we don't cheat every day, but when we cheat really, really well.
Right.
So let's give this a good shake. And Kevin, do you have a favorite pasta? We usually do it over spaghetti, but you can do both. You can do any pasta, but we usually do it over spaghetti. What would you rather do?
Do spaghetti.
You want to do spaghetti? All right, you like spaghetti? All right, so we're gonna come over here and we'll get our spaghetti basket and we'll get our noodles. That should be good for you. All right, looky there. Woo! All right, Kev, you're gonna put it down in the water. Oh, we got a dangling noodle, so put it over there. Yep. Let that sit there for a second. Okay, so now we're gonna add our heavy cream, which is gonna make our sauce. Okay, so go ahead and shake a little bit as I'm pouring it in. So we're gonna not get it to a nice, really good orange sauce. So, and you can also stir it up a little bit. Then we're gonna let that simmer down, boil up, let our sauce thicken up a little bit. So then what we'll do after that gets ready is then we're gonna plate our spaghetti. And once our spaghetti's plated, then you just pour it on top of it. So you just hold on to it for a second, because you're gonna use it again. Let's turn that fire up a little bit. So you want it to come to a really good boil, so that way your marinara blends with your sauce. And so a lot of times people ask, can you get just the meat lovers sauce, like just to dip bread in?
Okay.
But you can't, because what happens is you take all your meats, and the blend of all your meats give you your actual flavor of all of your sauce. And so we'll do this, we'll get it come into a boil, and then we're gonna add Parmesan cheese, and then we're gonna top it off with some mozzarella cheese, because what?
More
Cheese is life! Woohoo! We know this, right? We know how this is gonna go.
This smells really good.
Yes, I know, right? Okay, you want to add your Parmesan cheese to it? Because now we're bubbling. So yeah, and we're going to add our cheese. Shake. Just go ahead and take your tongs there and stir it up a little bit. Perfect. Oh my God, it looks so amazing. It's okay. We got it. There you go. All right, so as that's simmering, I'm going to go ahead and plate up our spaghetti, Kevin. So tell me, okay, so I know that Rachel, your beautiful wife, she has a favorite. Is it Andy's Special? Is that one of her favorites?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Maybe I can get Rachel here one day.
There you
She
go.
can make it. Hey, Rachel, you want to come cook with me? It'd be so much fun. All right, Kev, so get your mozzarella.
right.
Let's put that over there. We're going to lay our spaghetti out right here. No, your mozzarella's going to go in your pan. Yep. So now you're going to put it in there. You're gonna let all of that melt in there, because this dish is one of the cheesiest we have, because cheese is life. Woo! All right, give it a good stir. There we go. Look at that. Does that look amazing?
Yes.
I know. I think he's having a cheat day. I think he may be having his carb day today. All right, so I think that we're good. So let's turn it off. And this is a little bit hot, so you want to grab a towel over there in the corner, and you're gonna get your little pan, you're gonna come over here, and you are gonna plate that big bad boy up. Oh yeah, looky there. Does that not look and smell amazing? Woo-hoo! Oh yeah, that, my friends, is how you do a meat lover's pasta with Kevin at Pescara's. So I think we're gonna take this in and we're gonna chow down on it. We're gonna tell you about some fun, exciting things that we're doing. So we'll talk to you in the dining room in a second, guys. All right, guys, so Kevin, let's see. Go ahead and get your fork out. Let's see how good you did.
I don't know if it's gonna taste as good as
I think I think it's gonna be perfect. Hey, I think it's gonna be amazing. It looks great. Look at that. Still good and hot. Look at all that cheese. Woo! Yeah, high five, you good? All right. Hey guys, thank you all so much for hanging out with us today and letting me hang out with Kevin and just bringing y'all something fun to the community and being energetic with somebody that's such a big community supporter. You guys go over at Contagion. I promise you'll love it. If you have any questions, these guys are amazing. They'll help you on any fitness journey that you need. So be sure and go see these guys. And any dish you want to know, send us a message. We can try to start creating it, work with you on it. I also want to tell you, so I have a good friend named Joshua, kind of special guy. So he was talking about this dessert that his grandmother made for him when he was little. So I said, I can do it because, I'm Tonya Price. I can do anything, right? So in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I can't do it? So guess what? Yesterday we did it, and this is it. It's the frozen Italian delight. Absolutely amazing. So that is going to be our new featured dessert. So you guys be sure to come in and try it. Try all of our other amazing dishes. We're always doing specials, doing something creative. So you guys be sure to check us out on Facebook, on YouTube. We're about to start doing a Snapchat, on Instagram. We have our website. So you guys come in, visit us, hang out with us. If you have any questions, give us a call. And be sure and go see my good friend Kevin over at Contagion.
That's right.
See you guys next time.
See you guys.
Hey, this is Brant coming at you with the Fridays with Friends, and we have with us today none other than the dueling piano legend, Tom Basler. Tom, recently you have been on The Chat, live radio, live TV here in Amarillo. You also been on Second Cup with Allie Allison. She loved it. Let me tell you, even our producer helped me right now, Garrett, incredible young man, had an idea that he just texted me out of the blue involving you and Christmas time. It's never been a better time to be with Fridays and Friends and to meet people like Tom. But tell me how you're doing today, Tom.
Pretty good. It's kind of a gray, rainy day up here. I'm up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and it's kind of gray and rainy. But, I actually like this time of year. This is my favorite weather. Fall is my favorite time of year. I like the transition. I like the color, the leaves changing colors, and it just makes me happy. It makes me homesick.
It's amazing how weather affects people and stuff, but you like rainy weather. You like that, huh?
I do. Well, yeah, and I like the transition from summer to fall. Fall's my favorite time of year, and it rains and it snows, and we get all kinds of crazy stuff in the fall. So I just like this kind of weather. I like it when it's cool and damp.
Well, you know what? There's a lot of people right now that they're emotionally feeling a little damp, a little dark. And you sure raised the spirits on the chat the other day, man. You got the DJs dancing, and of course me as well. And man, they just loved you. Tell me now, as you increasingly do these TV and radio appearances, man, we're letting people know that during this COVID time, they can have Tom Basler right in their living room with your dueling piano shtick, or they can also learn from a legend, man. They can learn how to play piano and how to perform directly with you during Zoom.
Yeah, I teach all levels. I teach, kids, beginners. I teach adults. I teach everything in between. My ideal student actually is an adult that studied when they were younger and they want to get back into it. Those are the people that I really like to work with because they already have a little bit of facility and they're motivated.
Well, Tom, you really motivated us the other day. We had such a great time. You're already a hit here in Amarillo. Of course, I met you in Tulsa.
I used to do the dueling piano show at the IDK down there in Amarillo. I used to play down in Amarillo a lot.
Yes. I actually asked him about you a year ago. And, of course, Faith City Mission, they had their annual event. And, of course, that was you, Tom. And you had another guy with you.
I did. Tim from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Tim Georgiev, good friend of mine.
That was a really good time, man. That was a really good time. And again, people aren't sure what's going to happen in coming months with these lockdowns that seem to only apply to citizens and not to the people who like to mandate them. But nonetheless, you have a way of taking a rough situation and making it good in terms of emotional. I mean, golly, Tom, how many songs have you memorized through the years?
Honest to God, I've never counted. I know it's in the thousands. That I know.
Wow.
But I never really wanted to know how many songs I know. I just never had any interest. But I know a bunch. Let's put it that way. I just know a bunch. You can still stump me. Believe me. I mean, there's millions of songs, and I might know several thousand, but there's millions. I always tell people I'm kind of like an iPod Nano.
I hadn't heard that word. I travel. My wife has an iPod with some of the best songs on there, and of course, I believe you play all of them, Tom.
I don't know about
I've witnessed you with a crowd, and just it doesn't matter if it's over the air, if it's over Zoom, or if it's live in person. There's just a way that you have with crowds, and in your advanced classes, you can actually teach stage presence too. Which is amazing. Why don't you play a little something right now, brother? Come on.
Sail away again to Margaritaville. Searching for my lost shaker song.
Whose song? What song? What do they say?
Some people claim that there's a woman to blame. And I know it's Kim Kardashian's fault.
Tom, you're not.
I figured we'd go somewhere else. We'd go away to Margaritaville.
You're not only a great pianist and singer, but you're a comedian too. I mean, your show's amazing. The way you work with people, a lot of shtick.
Well, it's just fun, and I'm more of my comedy's more organic. I kind of editorialize with what's going on around me, and I found that what's funny is I often say what people are thinking. So I'll save them the trouble of saying it, and I'll go ahead and say it for them.
Me too, brother. that's what it's all about.
But
I can't wait, man, to get you back on these shows. They're already talking Christmas time too, and
book me for a Christmas party. Put me on your flat screen. Get a bunch of people in your living room, and hire me to do a show right into your living room. We can sing and clap, and you can make requests and have a good old time.
Oh man, you know what? I'm probably going to do that. And Tom, now as we go along, what's the best way for people to get in touch with you?
The best way to get a hold of me is on Facebook. I have a fan page on Facebook. It's Tom Basler Music. That's Basler, Tom Basler Music. Like my fan page on Facebook. I have a website, tombaslermusic.com. And you can reach me through those. The best way to reach me is Facebook Messenger. Great way to get a hold of me. My email, I'm having trouble with my email on my website. I switched servers, and so best way to get me is through Facebook.
Well, Tom, not only do you train beginners and intermediate, advanced, but all these songs, some of the best songs, which, if you ask me, 70s, 80s, some 90s, but mostly, 60s, 70s, 80s, a little bit of 50s. Yeah, you're such a diverse. Yeah, come on now.
Yeah, I'm not singing Michael Jackson at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So.
Well, hey, I actually had a chance to play with you once at the Full Moon, very briefly. I had so much fun just being up there with you, man. Yeah, that was a blast. I was glad I had the opportunity to share a stage with you. That was fun. Oh, are you kidding, man? I'm the one that's honored. Tom, on the chat I mentioned something. In 1990, I went to Nashville and I met and learned from a guy that worked with stage presence and coordination with people like Aerosmith and Guns N' Roses and such. I'm telling you what, when I met you later on, you were doing that and more. You really know how to engage a crowd. And, something else that I appreciate you, Tom, besides the fact that you're a fantastic guy with an incredible talent, is that whenever people have you to play at their establishment, you're not trying to be Bon Jovi. You're actually trying to keep the crowd there and keep them buying and actually help the establishment that you're playing for. And a lot of musicians, local musicians as well, they can be fabulous, but they don't always have an attitude that is conducive to helping the establishment they're actually paying for or accommodating. And you just have a way of not only engaging the crowd and helping that establishment have a great night, but you just seem to know what songs to play at the right time. And there's a science, there's an art to that. What would you have to say to speak to that, Tom?
A lot of it's just years and years of experience. First of all, you have to have the toolkit. You have to have the repertoire. You have to know a bunch of material so you know what to do and when to use it. And I've been very blessed. I've been playing music for a living for 40 years. Wow. So I've played in front of lots of thousands of audiences. I've done thousands of shows, and you just develop instincts, you develop timing, you develop kind of a feel, and I've been able to quantify a lot of that so I can train people to do what I do. But it's just there's no getting around just actually being in front of a crowd and doing it. You learn from mistakes, and the more you do it, the less mistakes you make and the better you get. And about the business aspect, I mean, I am in the music business. This is what I do for a living.
Yes.
So I don't want to go into a bar and plunder the place for as much money as I can stuff in my pocket in one night, and then walk out of there and have the bar owner say, "Gee, I never want that guy back again." Right. I want the waitresses to make money. I want the guests to have fun, and when everybody's having a good time and everybody's involved, the business takes care of itself. The cash register rings and everybody's happy. But yeah, you're right. I mean, at the end of the night, I'll go up to the boss and say, "Hey, did you guys have a good night? Did the servers, the bartenders make money?" Because I care. I don't want them looking at me going, "Oh, he's the guy that just comes in and plays and leaves, and we never make any money when he's around." I don't want to be that guy.
Well, and you're not that guy. Musicians have the ability to change the atmosphere of an establishment.
Absolutely.
And I've seen servers in the establishments that you've played, and they love you. And I think the reason they love you is because you want them to do well. You actually inspired me. I did quite a bit of that music in certain places, and already a marketer and already a performer. But again, just a win-win attitude, and that's why people love you. One of the funniest things that I've seen you do in your stick, I don't know if it's true or not, but you said, "Yeah, when I was a kid, my mom, I wasn't out there playing football with the kids. I was practicing the piano. And then you said, how's that professional football career working out for you?
Well, I usually save that for when some pretty girl comes walking up and hands me a request and wraps her arms around me and plants a kiss on my cheek. And then I'll find the jock in the front row and I'll just say, I remember when we were kids and you were out playing football and riding your bicycle and my mom was making me practice the piano, and then I'll look at it and say, how's that football career working out?
Yeah. And of course, gestures are optional, but so something else too that is hilarious is, you hold up, you have a brilliant way of engaging people as it is, but they're able to write down the requests, and you hold up one without a tip attached to it. You said, well, you hold one with a tip attached, and this is a request. And then the old one without one says, this is a suggestion.
Yeah.
But people respect that. They respect that, man.
I learned a long time ago, just be honest with the crowd. I'll take a request and I'll hold it up and say, this is a request. And then I'll put a dollar bill with it and say, this is one that's properly filled out.
Well, Tom, people still love you. You still red hot, man, on those keys. And I was amazed how you could do a rock opera segment from Meatloaf. It just blew me away, man. And of course,
that's probably one of the most challenging songs. It's not. He's talking about "Paradise by the Dashboard Lights" by Meatloaf. It really is. It's about a 5 or 6 minute song, and it's a mini opera, and it's hard to sing, it's hard to play, and it's real high energy. It's a fun song, but it was challenging.
Well, you do well, and of course you inspire. When you play piano, man, you're doing the harmonica and
I don't have the harmonica with me today, but
and you usually have a beautiful woman holding the harmonica for you.
Of course I do. It's one of the perks of the job.
You've seen a whole lot more kisses and hugs than I have in a lifetime. Yeah. This is a time where people really need to get to a better place in their minds. They've lost faith in faith. A lot of them have lost faith in the government. They lost faith in media, social media. But nothing is more eternal than true, lasting art, and that's music, that's writing, that's sculptures and painting, man. And no matter how many years go by, your skill set to take people back and to bring them to a better place. To see an actual metaphysical change in the atmosphere where you play, whether it's, and we saw that, my wife and I watched the chat last night with you, and me and the others, and even online, man, we still smiled and we still laughed and we still sang along. So I think you chose the right career, my friend. And
I'm a lucky guy. I didn't go through school saying, gee, I want to be a professional musician. It just kind of happened and evolved. And, I quit my day job when I was 25 and I haven't looked back, but I've been very fortunate. I've been very, very blessed. And with that, I'm compelled, I want people to enjoy what I enjoy. I want to share my passion and my fun and enjoyment with an audience.
Well, people can tell when you're having a good time.
Absolutely.
And you have a good time. And again, man, I can't recommend you enough, Tom. I can't thank you enough. You're very kind. Well, people around here, and of course, it's only a matter of time till they're seeing you in Tulsa on local television and other cities as well. Again, you've done a lot of TV, but
a lot.
It's time, folks, to go ahead and get back there mentally. It's also time to sharpen your skills. If you're a seasoned musician, you never stop learning. You can learn from Tom. If you are a beginning musician and you're wanting to know how you can turn this hobby into a livelihood and some good principles, Tom has some good training, via Zoom. And when COVID lets up, I thought it'd be over on November 4th, actually, but when it lets up, you'll be able to do that in person. But Tom, you have proven to be a powerful force online, over the air, and in person. And I can't recommend enough people to sharpen their skills in a lot of areas. Something else I want to mention too real quick. The same principles it takes to hold a crowd and to captivate them they're the same principles you use whether you're speaking, whether you're presenting, whether you're selling, whether you are consulting, or whether you're performing. And they can learn all that in some of your advanced mentoring too.
Yeah, when I'm training guys to do the dueling piano show, I tell them that it's not about playing the piano and singing. I mean, that's the device, that's the medium that we're using to communicate with the audience. But I say it's 33% piano skills, 33% vocal skills, and 34% personality. Because if you're sitting there going, hey, look at me play, hey, listen to me sing, you're not doing our job. Our job is to get the audience involved. And if they're just sitting there watching you, you're not engaging them. And that's the magic trick. Honestly, the magic trick is they're the show, not me.
Well, Tom, in that spirit, brother, you definitely conduct a symphony of happiness and emotion wherever you go. And this whole time, your information has been on the screen. People, make contact with Tom Basler. Learn some skills. Bring them into your living room. Bring them onto your podcasts and your TV shows. This guy's got a lot of great things to offer. A lot of books in that head of yours. A lot of good experience and a lot of heart. What are you gonna play us off with?
Oh, let's see. I got friends in places where the whiskey dry and the beer is my blues away. And I'll be okay.
Hey. All right. Well, Tom, I consider you a friend in a high place. And it's a pleasure to have you on. Can't wait for the next time. And I know that on the other shows too, can't wait to have you back, Tom.
Thank you so much, Brant. It's been a pleasure.
Well, thanks for being on Fridays with Friends. And thank you for watching Fridays with Friends. We'll see you next time. When the streets are empty and people are afraid, our police officers stand ready to fight the darkness. Because in the real world, heroes don't wear capes, they wear badges. On behalf of Amarillo, we say thank you to our law enforcement.
Okay, Addie, we're gonna go out for a bit. We'll be home soon. Be a good girl.
My chair!